So Miss is getting her little energy checkup with Gabriella. And we found out that she needs a little ground flax for her hormones. No chias right now.
And no oils.
And no oils. Okay.
That's like everybody's favorite. They love the sputum oil.
I wondered about that.
Well, it has to be, they don't have a gallbladder, so everything has to be processed through the liver on a horse.
Oh, yeah.
And if their liver's a little cloggy, then not as good a processing.
Okay. That makes sense. And what are you checking right now?
Just balancing the hindquarters to the back.
Okay. Because her little fans on her fan page will want to know what this is all about.
Thanks.
Yes. It's Monday morning. This is getting her little energy work done. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Gabriella, you can introduce yourself and say what you do.
I'm Gabriella Valsecchi. I'm an energy therapist for people and animals.
Excellent.
I work on all kinds of horses and large animals and small animals.
Balancing their energy. Would that be...
And asking them the questions and letting them answer with the things that'll make their lives better or bring health and healing to them physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Would it be similar to kind of like the energy work of acupuncture and that kind of stuff?
I do work with the energy lines, energy centers, so also chakra balance, emotional things that are in the body, emotional patterns that need to be released from the conscious, subconscious brain.
Sounds good. What do you think, Horace?
Her breathing just changed.
Yeah.
So she's processing it out, and then she'll release it, and then we'll move to the next spot.
Wow. Yes. Good job.
Okay. There's the pulses. And that's the spot.
And you tell that by her little lip smacking, or do you?
Yeah,
you
I feel where the energy breaks,
Yeah?
where it's dull, and then she confirmed by saying, "Ah, that's the spot."
And is that like, so is that, would that be like pain or achiness that she would experience when you say the energy stops or it's dull, or how? What is she
It
experiencing?
could be an area that is stiff, tuned out, like they have less feeling there, imbalance, too tight, too loose, old injury, new injury, anything.
And that is on her left, her right hind quarter?
Yeah, inside
Inside.
below the stifle, which is the equivalent of our knee.
Oh, okay.
So between her, quote, knee and her ankle, which is what the hock is, there's a spot.
Huh.
So we get those too. We get shin splints and calf aches and stuff.
Now she, in probably 2002, tore her left hamstring. and has a lot of scar tissue there. And I always,
Well, the body will compensate.
yes,
When she did that, she had to spend a lot of time on her right hind.
yes. And I think she's got more arthritis in her left hip as a result of that wear and tear over time. And yes, so she relies on that right leg to another beautiful morning.
It's terrific.
Tomorrow comes the rain, I think, huh?
I know. We need it.
Yep.
It's good timing again.
Good timing, yep.
See, and now the gut noises come up.
Oh, okay. And what does that indicate to you, so the people understand?
Well, it's always good to get the tummy moving on a horse because they have about 100 feet of intestine,
Compared to us,
which is like 30 feet.
yeah.
And a
Okay.
cat, which is 10 feet.
Okay. Wow. In a small little body,
Your
it's
little
got 10.
kitty has 10 feet of intestine. Think
Oh my
about it.
gosh. Wow.
Kitty, kitty. It's all like spaghetti wound back and forth.
Yes.
All right. See what that is.
And Gabriella, for the people watching, how long have you been doing this kind of work?
I've been doing this work for 30 years. I'm from Santa Barbara.
Mhm. And what is your, you went to San Luis Obispo Animal Science or something?
Yeah, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. Worked with Linda Tellington Jones, one of the first Feldenkrais practitioners, Sally Swift, Alexander Technique, and then I discovered Dr. Mortar's best method,
Mm-hmm.
which balances the body mentally, physically, emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
brain repatterning, body repatterning. So everything gentle, non-force.
Mm-hmm.
Once we free up the body, it just wants to move back to what it
Right,
was by innate design,
right.
because the body has intelligence and cellular memory. So release old memories and then it returns to what we were born with.
Yeah. Which is innate balance and well-being.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The natural state of being is one of balance, equilibrium. The body is always adjusting. This is what I'm teaching clients all the time.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That are
We
often.
live in a time when we need to be reminded.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. It's usually when we get out of balance because we're of all the distractions of our everyday life that's when we get overwhelmed, overstressed, overweight, blah, 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 out of balance, out of whack. So I always say that the body is our greatest messenger. It's our best friend, and it is always letting us know what it needs to stay in balance. It's just that we don't listen most of the time. Would you agree with that, Gabriella?
Absolutely. Or we get distracted.
Yeah.
There's always distractions.
Yes.
And the body starts out with a whisper and then it'll go to a full-blown
Mm-hmm.
cry out
Mm-hmm.
if we don't pay attention.
Mm-hmm. And that cry out can be total breakdowns, dis-ease, injury, accidents, yes.
Things,
Yes.
situations.
Mm-hmm.
And more gurgles from the tummy.
That's good.
2.
And you teach clinics, is that right?
I teach lessons, classes,